Introduction to Rec Room. CV2 Circuits V2 CV2 is an advanced system in Rec Room for creating interactive experiences, games, and more. It allows you to use various gadgets, chips, and wires to build complex circuits that can control different aspects of your room. Basic concepts. GATs. These are the interactive objects you place in your room, such as buttons, triggers, lights, and more. Chips. These are logic components that perform functions such as counting, comparing, and controlling events. Wires. These connect gadgets and chips, allowing them to communicate and trigger actions. Getting started with CV2. Step 1. Entering Build Mod. Equip your Maker Pen from your backpack. Open the Maker Pen menu by pressing the menu button. Select the Tools tab. Choose Circuits V2 to access the CV2 tools. Step 2. Placing gadgets and chips. Open the Circuits V2 menu in your Maker Pen. Select a gadget, for example, a button, or a chip, for example, and in Gate. Point your Maker Pen at the desired location in your room and press the trigger to place the gadget or chip. Step 3. Connecting with wire. Select the Wire tool from the Maker Pen menu. Point at a port on a gadget or chip. Then press and hold the trigger to start a wire. Drag the wire to another port on a different gadget or chip and release the trigger to connect them. Basic example: creating a button-activated light. Place a button gadget. Open the Circuits V2 menu. Select a button gadget. Place it in your room. Place a light gadget. Open the Circuits V2 menu. Select a light gadget. Place it in your room. Connect the button to the light. Select the Wire tool. Connect the pressed output port of the button to the turn-on input port of the light. Connect the released output port of the button to the turn-off input port of the light. Test your circuit. Exit build mode and press the button. The light should turn on when the button is pressed and turn off when released. Advanced features. Logic gates. Use logic gates and, or, not to create more complex behaviors. For example, you can set conditions that need to be met before an action is triggered. Variables. Store and manipulate data using variables. You can use variables to keep track of scores, player states, and more. Events. Handle specific events like player interactions, timers, and custom triggers. Events can make your circuits react dynamically to changes in the game. Tips for success. Plan your circuit. Sketch out your circuit on paper before building it in Rec Room. This helps you visualize the connections and logic. Organize your components. Keep your gadgets and chips organized to make troubleshooting easier. Use labels and group related components together. Experiment and learn. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try different configurations and learn from your mistakes. Use tutorials. Check out Rec Room's official tutorials and community-made guides for more in-depth lessons and examples. Additional resources. Rec Room Wiki offers detailed guides and information on CV2 and other aspects of Rec Room. YouTube tutorials. Many creators share step-by-step tutorials on specific CV2 projects. Rec Room Discord. Join the community to ask questions, share your projects, and get feedback. This should give you a solid foundation in Rec Room CV2. Happy building! If you have any specific questions or need more detailed instructions on a particular aspect, feel free to ask.